find our messaging system unavailable.
Our inbox has been dry for cycles, Drax.
Perhaps because some of us shirk our duty to distribute cards of business.
What? Oh, yeah.
Strange thing to collect. And I collect some pretty weird stuff.
Oh, it's not like that. I found him in the quarantine zone and I just kept him.
Why?
Dunno. As a reminder of who I used to be, how I got here, it's stupid.
Not necessarily. You want to talk about it?
Ever been to Shatari Prime?
More times than I care to admit.
Then you know what it's like. How they're like. The scritching, scratching, hissing, reptilian stuff of nightmares.
Oh yeah, hard to forget.
I've seen some pretty messed up movies, but nothing came close to what it was like living on Shatari Prime. I was just a kid. I didn't even know aliens were real until they showed up in my backyard. And now?
And now you're surrounded by aliens.
There aren't a lot of humans out here. Sure, there's a few of us kicking around.
Richard Ryder.
Right, that guy. Might as well be an alien. Point is, I'm pretty much alone. All because the Shatari saw me as a valuable asset.
Not just the Shatari. Thanos.
Of course, your dad was pulling the strings. I think I'd almost rather Thanos over those lizards.
I can promise you that Thanos would not have been the better option.
Maybe. I mean, do you know what the Shatari do to their prisoners? The unvaluable ones? They throw them into an arena and make them fight monsters. They take bets, sabotage favorite prisoners by breaking a leg or an arm. All of it for their messed up insect entertainment.
You survived, Peter. Men stronger than Drax have been slaughtered in those arenas. You lived.
Yeah, I survived all right. As a bargaining chip.
Would you have preferred death?
I don't know. Back then, maybe. Now, not so much.
Then be glad you made it out at all. Helen knows I'm glad you did.
I don't know if you know this, but my dad is kind of the king of Spartax.
I know.
You do? I mean, you do. Of course you do. You're you.
Yeah, and it's not exactly a secret. It's what I would have done, kidnap the progeny of a powerful leader to control them. I mean, Hela knows how long they kept you, except that it was for the express purpose of keeping the Spartoi Empire from joining the Resistance.
4 years.
What?
4 years. That's how long they had me. 4 Earth years. And a few days.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. For a long time, I thought my dad would come get me. Raise an army, send in spies to break me out, something. But he didn't. Guess it wasn't politically advantageous.
Fathers suck sometimes. Trust me.
At least your dad wanted you. Even after the war, Mai wouldn't see me.
Want is a nice way of saying kidnapped. Make no mistake, Peter. You're not the only one who was stolen from their home. And 2, you went to Spartax?
Even had a speech worked out and everything. Hey, Dad, it's me. Your son you left to rot in a Shatari prison? It was that or punch him. I was undecided. Still am. Getting into the White House would have been easier.
White House?
Basically, my dad loves bureaucratic bullcrap. I thought being his only son would be enough to get me an audience. Turns out I needed an appointment.
The Spartoi Empire was in political shambles after the Galactic War.
He was too busy to see his kid? Yeah, I got the message loud and clear. I lost everything I ever loved because of him, and he wouldn't even look me in the eye.
I'm so sorry, Peter.
Don't be, I just really want to punch him. Anyway, it doesn't matter now.
Yeah, I guess. Can I help you?
Hey, Gamora! I was just admiring this super cool assassin ring I got from my favorite super cool assassin as a token of my,
Token of what?
of my everlasting commitment to not being murdered by you.
It's gonna take more than a ring. It is really nice, though. How'd you know what kind of ring it is?
Oh, let's just say you're not the first assassin to cross my path. Though I guess I should be glad no one ever sent the deadliest woman in the galaxy after me.
You know, that name is actually a misnomer. Everyone thinks I got it doing Thanos' dirty work. Before, I betrayed him. In truth, I got it after I joined the Resistance, on a mission where nobody died.
You have to tell me about this Resistance mission, especially if no one died.
I don't think it's a story you're gonna like,
Why not?
because it doesn't make Karel look very good.
Okay.
The thing you have to understand is that it was the end of the war. The Resistance was losing. Bad. The Chitauri knew it, Thanos knew it, we all knew it. But then, Thanos died. At first, people thought it was a false report. Misinformation spread to lure the Resistance out into the open. But when it became clear that it might be true, Karel saw an opportunity. An all-or-nothing mission that could win the war once and for all.
The final attack on Chitauri Prime. You're talking about the Resistance stealth mission that kidnapped their infant queen.
Except kidnapping the Queen wasn't part of Karel's original plan. The only reason she had me tag along was so that I would kill the Queen.
What? There's no way.
Is it so hard to believe? She was grieving. You know that. The Chitauri had killed her husband, her little boy. She wanted revenge, and I was her chance to finally get it.
Grell would never put out a hit on a baby. She would never kill a kid.
Believe what you want. But she's not who she was back then. None of us are. Something changed. Maybe it was having Nikki. Either way, I refused and we won the war without killing anyone else. And for reasons I don't fully understand, I became known as the deadliest woman in the galaxy afterward.
What did cause you to betray Thanos? I mean, he adopted you when you were like...
5. He basically raised us, taught us everything we know.
So what finally did it? What snapped you out of it?
I found the Resistance.
What?
Thanos was obsessed. He had me and Nebula combing the galaxy for their location for cycles. Each of us determined to be the first to find them and report back. So when I found them first, I was so excited to tell him. I got home, and I found him talking to an empty room. To someone called Lady Death.
That's not ominous.
I truly thought he loved us. In his own twisted way. But Thanos didn't want to restore balance to the galaxy. He was just in love with death, literally in love. And he would kill all of us, including me, including Nebula, to prove it.
But you couldn't let him.
No. So instead of telling him where to find the Resistance, I joined them.
I, kind of don't know what to say.
There's nothing to say. After the Galactic War ended, I moved on. And now I'm here, doing all this fun stuff with you guys.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. But seriously, thank you for sharing that with me.
Sure.
I am pondering our latest mission.
I get you. Finally get a win, but no, gotta give our cash to Nova Corps.
I do not consider Seknov 9 a successful heroic venture.
It's successful because we got...
Anyone in there? Rocket?
What? Can't you see I'm busy?
Is that my toothbrush?
It fits in the small cracks.
Oh, Rocket, please!
Hold it in for a tick. I'm almost done.
You truly believe the llama creature consumes wiring as its diet?
I don't know.
Penny for your thoughts?
What is a penny?
It's money. Like units. The saying means I'd pay to know what you're thinking.
We must use our currency to pay the Nova Corps fine, or we risk...
Drax. Just tell me what's up.
I am realizing that I do not know as much as I thought I did. Our visit to Seknarf 9 was not what I expected.
Because Lady Hellbender isn't a giant?
She is definitely not. That is only part of it, Peter Quill. On our way to her fortress, I realized that many of my assumptions about this team have been incorrect as well.
Really?
The assassin and the rodent. Without them and the tree fighting nobly beside us, we would not be alive right now.
I told you, they're not bad people just because they have a bad past. Life is complicated, Drax. Things are never simple.
On Katath, it was. I had a family that I cherished and a certainty about life that I no longer possess.
I'm sure you'll find it again. Just give it some time.
Tell me, rodent, would you have harmed the llama creature if the tree had not removed it?
You think? That thing's got it coming.
I would prefer if you refrained. I would prefer not to have to remove your arm.
What the? Why do you care about that llama now?
We have removed it from its natural habitat. We must now tend to its needs.
Yeah, as if.